The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports.
This will be fielded inside the 5.
And he's going to get this across the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 23. First down, Walden. And incomplete to open things up.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Walden. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 11 yards for number 11. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Harris running straight ahead. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
The Eagles at 2-6 now on the year, and they were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset, being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They get the home crowd behind them. I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards. They go play action here on 1st down. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on 1st down to set him back on 2nd.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and end up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for? Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call.
There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
They hand this off to Harris. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play, stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play, and that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Well, you're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one because they tried to fool them, right? Tried to trick them, ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the 1st.
To throw on 3rd down. Walden to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
With his height, that's exactly where you want to put it for him. But even that throw was a little tall to connect for the touchdown.
So on comes the Eagle kicker, Jake Elliott, on 4th down. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. The kick by Elliott is good.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal goal.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
A little jet sweep to start the drive.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Prescott off play action.
He'll find Lamb crossing the formation for the catch.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Give him 18 on that one. It's 1st down. Now Prescott. And he fires one that's intercepted. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. He's got it, and now it's a 10-0 lead here in the opening quarter.
So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. Taken at the goal line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
1-7 their record here at the midway point of the season. And right now this organization, more than likely if you look at it, CD, probably in for a rough second half of the season.
Well, we've seen teams turn things around in other places. I mean, we've seen 1-7 first halves turn into 5-3 second halves. But with this squad, I think these guys aren't playing to get into the playoffs. They're playing for their jobs. So's the coaching staff. They're coaching for theirs. Front office trying to keep theirs. The heat is on from all directions. And what's interesting is a lot of these guys are playing for jobs and trying to keep their positions. It might be just in the league in some other spot.
It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. The defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. after the delay. They're backed up even further for 3rd and long. Prescott from the gun. And unable to connect. Incomplete. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Tressway on 4th down is sent out to punt. Returnable here from the 38. 42-yard punt, 6 on the return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They come off a victory over the weekend, but now the quick turnaround here for this Thursday night game. How does that affect how teams like this approach these short turnarounds?
Well, wins and losses always factor into, how you're getting ready for the next game. But equally as important when you have the short turnaround, what is your injury situation? Are you losing key guys? And if so, how well have the backups prepared for this? Because you don't have much time to get them ready. They have to be ready before this week in order to play well in this game.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Off play action. Walden. And that is incomplete.
Basically, you're not going to outwork 2 guys very often.
Double coverage. I thought he was going to go somewhere else for the football. I get it. That's a stud wide receiver. You want to try to get him the football.
Yeah, sometimes you rely on him a bit too much. You forget the other options that are out there.
On 3rd down, Walden. Oh, ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Parsons. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football. So this defense coming up with a takeaway, and maybe that's something that can bring a little life to that sideline.
Well, I don't want to say that they've been sleepwalking through this first half because that's simply not true, but you're right. We haven't seen a lot of fire from these guys, really on either side of the ball. So maybe that's the catalyst that they needed to get them back into this game.
And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A good pickup there, 26 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Prescott to throw it. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
I think put just a little bit too much heat on that one. When you throw it to the outside, you do have to be careful because you got to keep it away from the defender. But you also have to give your own guy a chance, too.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Prescott. This is caught. Touchdown. Tony Pollard, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Cowboys have cut it back within a score. The extra point up and good. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7.
This could be the turning point.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Taken in at the 3. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to want to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, They may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster. Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and get the football right back, because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what?
And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. Damone Clark fought his way through and buried him behind the line. Here's Aaron Sipos out now to punt on 4th down. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Let's take it inside his own 40. A nice punt, but a good run back as well, 13 yards. And the Cowboys are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. Prescott looks to throw on 1st. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. So they'll come on 1st and 10 now from the 33. Throwing. Prescott. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
Throwing again. Prescott on 2nd and 10. They're looking for Lamb, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And the Eagles will take over here just shy of the 30. That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw, or maybe the ball's tipped, or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
I would say it would probably be a good idea for him to reintroduce himself to his receivers at the half, because they're definitely on different wavelengths. But I also don't advocate waiting that long. Next series, before you get out there, hey, let's get together, guys. Let's get this thing moving.
Well, a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. And this will be down just inside the 30-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Can he put it aside? Let's find out. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. They run straight ahead here with Pollard. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
First down, and it's Pollard again. And now a fumble. The ball's out.
is all the way on the right side of the 15-yard line. And a little careless there, Charles, on that carry.
And it's not just having two hands on the ball. It's tucking it away. It's using your body to keep people shielded off. It's so many different things into taking care of it and having ball security. In that case, though, we didn't see it happen.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Following the fumble recovery, Walden. And now this is intercepted. My goodness.
And the Cowboys are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw some away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points were given away? It could cost them a ball game.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Following the interception, here's Prescott.
They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10.
A gain of right around 35 yards on a play that started back inside their 10.
That's one way to get yourself out of a hole. They're backed up deep, and while this looked like a simple completion at first, he was able to create some space, and off he goes. Separation not just in the route, but after the catch, too.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Prescott. Wide open receiver complete.
And he will be taken down, but a big play there as it comes just as we reach the 2-minute warning.
A big play here for Dallas. 41 yards. On 1st and 10, Prescott. He's got it. Touchdown, Cowboys. 2 first-half touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott.
And the Cowboys have moved out in front.
Extra point up and through. And the lead is now 14-10. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Now a throw downfield is taken in by his running back. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain of 28 yards there and give him the first down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw.
And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
Defensively, they came into the game with the understanding they're going to have to slow him down on passes just like this because he was over 100 yards receiving a week ago. And you know they want to get him involved here as well.
They'll look to throw again. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted.
Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
He'll fire deep downfield from Lamb.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys.
CD Lamb
halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50.
And the Cowboys will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
Point after up and good. And that makes it a 21-10 game. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime.
The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. Taken in at the 3. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Julian Love picks it. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal.
Hey, 47!
Now Prescott. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And the Eagles force the turnover. They'll take over at the 10. CD, when he went to throw that, I'm not sure if he just didn't see where the defense was. Whatever the case, not the throw you're looking for on 1st and goal.
Not at all, because, look, let's face it, that close to the goal line, if you throw an interception, it's going to hurt.
He's got a man, complete. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. So a costly penalty yardage-wise as that'll move the football down to the spot of the foul.
And what the officials are looking for in these situations, whether you're playing the man or the ball. And if you're playing the man, you get a lot less leeway in terms of what's going to happen at the end of the play. But if you're looking for the football, it's less likely to draw the flag.
And off the crossbar, no good. A sensational effort from that distance, but rejected by the bar. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. A lane opens here. He's past the 30. And a great return. Field position, he's up all the way to the 45-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They'll start following the interception in great field position at the 45. They'll start this drive out on the ground. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. If this defense wants to stay in this ballgame, they've got to start ending some drives. That helps.
And they have to look ahead at what they expect the offense to do, and right now with that lead, that's run the football. So you don't just stack the line of scrimmage. You have to get upfield and try and make some plays in their backfield.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. On play action, Prescott. Open man, right side, it's Lamb. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
possession now. Prescott. It's caught at the 10. Touchdown, Cowboys. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. The point after is good, and the lead is up to 18 now. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away.
Taken in at the 3. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going.
This is intercepted. Picked up by Leighton Vander Esch.
And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Prescott on first down. Got his tight end. That's complete. That's Schultz. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
And he will fight his way into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown.
Tony Pollard with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points.
No problem there on the extra point. And they open the lead up now to 25. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Taken in at the 3. And he returns this to the 22.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well. The Eagles send out their punter now as he's on to kick it away. That's taken it around the 40. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Well, they got to be thrilled with how they've operated so far in this one. They've got the nice lead, and now a chance to score here on 3 straight. He's got it at the 15. And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line.
They started this drive with terrific field position, and it's going to get even better after that play. Had great options with where they started, so they decided to press their advantage, and it paid off.
Off the play fake, Prescott. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Not too many missteps in the red zone thus far. He was going for his 5th touchdown pass. His man couldn't shake free there, but boy, you know he's going to take another shot before this one's over.
Yeah, exactly, because you know 3 is good, 4 is excellent. You get 5. That's a whale of a game. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. And the Eagles are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line. Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game, but that's something right there. Still in the 3rd quarter. It would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day. They're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays.
Troy Anderson, the man on the tackle. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. On play action, they'll throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football. This defense, Charles, coming up with another interception. They have really done an excellent job of locking up these receivers.
Yeah, they're really on fire. They are actually doing what they talk about all the time, which is plastering to receivers when they're in their zones. They didn't give up a touchdown in the first half. Haven't done so here in this half either. Blanketed the field going all the way back to the opening drive, and they come up with a pick right there. Well, they certainly knew their challenge as this series began, and they got a stop on play number 1. Goal now, get 2 more stops and limit the damage to a field goal.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down. To throw is Prescott. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. And now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Now Prescott on 4th down. And my goodness, another interception. And the Eagles are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Micah Parsons in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. 2nd and long. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 15.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains.
3rd and long. They'll look to throw. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
And we're into the second half now. This is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off.
The Eagles send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he'll take it just outside the 40. A 40-yard punt, 5 yards on the return.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They're just looking for more of the same. Great first half so far. Good second half. And you know, sometimes, I guess, maybe, Charles, these coaches, they don't have to tell these guys much when they're rolling like they're rolling right now.
You're exactly right. I've heard stories of some of the best coaches in our time or any time having grabbed their staffs at halftime and said, guys, they're playing really well. Don't go in there and give them a whole lot of stuff. Just pat them on the back, and essentially the speech at halftime is, let's go, guys, and that's it.
Yeah, no one's upset the apple cart so far. Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Prescott. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Touchdown, Cowboys. A big play there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Cowboys are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead.
The extra point up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd. Again, he'll drop to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
2nd and 7.
Back to throw again. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack.
Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss.
Oh, you can just see it in their body language. They're starting to see victory on the horizon now, and if it comes to fruition, they got to give a game ball to the front 7. Defensive line has taken charge and controlled this game. Face a challenge of stopping this opposing offense, and they've done so with ease.
The Eagles on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This will be 3rd and 15.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked up by Leighton Vander Esch. And the Cowboys are going to take over here up near the 40. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
And he'll go out of bounds, it appears, right at the 45.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Looking to throw again on second down. Prescott, he'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. And this is caught inside the 5. A big play here for Dallas. 53 yards. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
And this ball is caught by Lamb. Touchdown, Dallas. A great play there. His 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Cowboys continue to pour it on here in the 4th. Extra point safely through. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. Taking it about the 1. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. So now, Charles, this drive, maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last. He's got a man, complete. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
Second down at 4. He'll drop to throw. Open man is Goddard, the tight end. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And this is incomplete. Oh, that looked like a sure 6 points, but he could not get that to stick, and that is a golden opportunity wasted there. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up, 2nd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. A great effort there. 31 yards. And the Eagles get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Elliott good with a PAT as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. This fielded right at the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the 4th quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last 2 drives.
It certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted. so they can continue to play loose, break out some other concepts, maybe run a few trick plays, get other people involved. Heck, even go deep on one of these first snaps just because they can.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
Prescott on 3rd and 2. Open man Lamb, it's complete. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Prescott looks to throw on 1st. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And this one is incomplete.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. They'll throw again. Prescott. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Well, Prescott here to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. The CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
And not much running room. Down to the 32. They got to get to the 23 here on 3rd. Here's Prescott. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
And he'll try and throw here on the fake. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with the football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. It would have been a long field goal. The fake doesn't work out. And the Eagles defense able to hold. He finds his tight end, Goddard. That's complete. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. And with this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a first down.
But we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants his lead to stay right where it is.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. They'll set up to throw. He's going to go up top again. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
And he's got his man. And he lost the football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. And I don't know that that fumble is going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the 4th. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about we're going to address this come practice next week because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help them improve.
throwing here. Prescott. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
They're still throwing the football here. Now, obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
Yeah, I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football.
On second down, Prescott again. Open man, right side, it's Lamb. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Prescott and Lamb hooking up for the Cowboy first. A bit of a catch for him to remember. That's number 400 for his NFL career. Not a bad number at all. The partner under the lights in primetime, this offense, they gave the nation quite a show, putting up that many points to come away with what will certainly be a memorable win for them.
And, Brandon, I think it's as simple as this. Some players, some teams, they're just meant for the big stage. And when they get a chance to play in this type of atmosphere where all eyes are on them and all the lights are shining brightly, they show up and they show out.
So for the Cowboys, it's a rare bright spot in what's been a tough season as they move to 2-7 now on the year. And they'll get a few days to savor this one before they take on the New England Patriots. Meanwhile, for the Eagles, the turnaround hasn't materialized as they fall to 2-7. And they will be back home next week for a date with the Washington Commanders.
If God for me, who could be against me? I guess all of that's against me. They the ones stirring up the conflict. They try to make it out like I'm conflicted. East Coast, the 6'4's hitting switch. It's not a conflict of interest.
Cut it with the business. West Coast rocking them Timberlands, deep up in them trenches. It's no difference. Neither one play games when swinging for them fences. We want the finer things that's expensive. They hit them either close range or at a distance. If God for me, why bother? I got my game from the Godfather. Top of the food chain, rock bottom. And handle my business when it was my problem. Jeep. Flossing with a gold chain. I got my Turkish rope with matching gold things. Bomber jacket in the winter, it's a cold game. I met some East Coast up in Spokane. Some of the realest in this dope game. I got my curly top looking like special ed. Clean fade on the side, bumping that red head. Clean tags when I ride, ducking the feds. East Coast, they get that bread. You end up dead. Them West Coast.
Just off Lakeshore Drive, nestled next to Lake Michigan, that's where you find historic Soldier Field in the great city of Chicago, Illinois. Tonight, we begin Week 8 with a good matchup for you here between the Arizona Cardinals and the Chicago Bears. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Throwing to start the drive. McMullen. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's second down. How about the defense there trying to set the tone on the very first play of the game?
Yeah, there's a little bit of a glow here tonight because they brought the heat right out of the gate. What a good job establishing a tone for this one.
A situation they'll certainly want to avoid going forward. An early second and long they're facing. And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets him back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a third and long situation coming up. Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
Yeah, what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is third and long. Back to throw. McMullen. And that will be incomplete.
That's the first try of the game, and clearly something was wrong with the execution of that play. Good news, they got a whole game left to clean that up. It's got crooked on those key third down throws.
They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And this ball is going to be touched down just shy of midfield.
I feel like you and I could be in our backyard with our dads right now. What did they always say when they were throwing us the ball? Look it all the way in. Make sure you secure it. That had the feeling of not happening there on that play, that he didn't have full control of the ball.
When that punch coming in, I'm kind of a return punch, but I would imagine it's tough to monitor those guys coming full steam ahead at you.
It really is. You try and get that peek to know where they are, about whether you should fair catch it or not. But sometimes you just have to have a sense, a feeling, and just have to make sure, number one, though, you catch the ball and put it away.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on 3rd. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
And now before they run this 4th down play, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So on trots the field goal unit, and wow, this is going to be a challenge here. This will approach NFL record territory. It's a 62-yard attempt. He had the distance, but it's no good. Wide to the right, and this will remain a scoreless game. So it's an empty trip downfield there as they get a missed field goal on 4th down.
And I didn't see anything in the setup. It's a good snap, good hold.
Yep.
He just pushed it, and that one never wanted to come back.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
We spent your whole life trying to blow up, but Elohim never had time for donuts. The beat go ham, no time for cold cuts. The game like big pitch came to Jonah. Yeah, I'm still independent, ain't sold a million records yet. Used to be on my checklist, big diamonds don't need a necklace. Look, we built the sound like it's double speed Tetris. I cannot build without God in it. We built the sound, you can't copy this. I never brag, it's just confidence. I never rap for your compliments. I wrote this one for the indie grind. If you ain't signed on the dotted line, can't buy my soul with no dollar signs. The industry so full of troglodytes. I don't follow trends. Run it up. Say that with my chest. Run it up. No, I will not bend. Run it up. Game time in it. Game time. I don't follow trends. Say that with my chest. I will not bend. Game time. Run it up. 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 You gotta put in that work, dog. I put the kingdom first. I know that you gotta wait for your turn sometimes to build something really sustainable. Work on your catalog so the day that you finally pop off, you'll see it's not just a once off. You put in time, the harvest is ready, it's ripe. I thank God for the payment. That's a solid foundation. When I finally make it, I'll give God all the praises. G.O.D. who conquered evil forces. I don't trust in chariots or fortresses. Yeah, I walk by faith. I don't follow trends. Run it up. Say that with my chest. Run it up. No, I will not bend. Run it up. Game time in it. Game time. I don't follow trends. Say that with my chest. No, I will not bend. Game time. Run it up. 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 Run it up.
Boys make major moves, still the same ones that I came with. Up in a payment, told you we nothing to play with. Guess some things unchangeable. Me and my thirst insatiable. Till we all big time. Face on my rollie on big time. Facing my goals, that's a big climb. Still my flow is unshakable. Run it up, I cannot quit it. I need it, I ain't where I wanna be. I can admit it. Never submitting, I'm fighting my darkest of thoughts. I am a force. I harbor the light that's inside of my heart. I write in my art and give you my story. You the witness. I came on a mission to give you my pain and give you my glory. All this time, I'm on the grind. Oh, I'm shining. Nothing can stop me. All these years, blood, sweat, and tears. But I'm still here. Nothing can stop me. Run it up, run it up, run it up, run it up, run it up. Nothing can stop me. Run it up, run it up, run it up, run it up, run it up. Nothing can stop me. I overcame all the odds. I ain't been playing it safe, nah. I was just giving my all. I'm taking it there. Hop in the Wraith and we lay in the stars. I made it happen, the boss, yeah. I was just playing my cards. I'm taking it there. I'm taking it there. I'm taking it there. It's gonna be a riot, doubt me it's quiet. I got the can of gas, I'm about to ignite. I am driven, I won't ever get tired, cause I've been left behind, I have to get right. Waiting on the sign, now I just wait on myself. Got nothing weighing on the mind. One thing I learned after all this time, the mountain you carry meant for you to climb. All this time, I'm on the grind. Oh, I'm shining, nothing can stop me. All these years, blood, sweat, and tears, but I'm still here. Nothing can stop me. Run it up, run it up, run it up, run it up, run it up. Nothing can stop me. Run it up, run it up, run it up, run it up, run it up. Nothing can stop me.
I come alive in the dark, and I keep getting stronger. My limit's the sky. I do the impossible, impossible. Shine if I want to. I win every time if I want to. The world mine if I want to. Make the world mine cause I want to. I pull the sword out the border, walk a floor full of cobras. Go to war with you all, we can brawl toe to toe. I can tighten loops in my lace and make lightning lose in a race. I make fire cool and come back from the triangle in Bermuda. I can suit up, live in the moon up, working and outsmarting computers. I can outswim all the tuna, and that's without a scuba. So in the laws of
Soldier Field opened back in 1924 with the Bears becoming tenants in 71, and what a home field advantage it has become here in Chicago. Tonight, we begin Week 8 with a good matchup for you here between the Arizona Cardinals and the Chicago Bears. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game, as he'll lose yardage to start things out. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on first and second down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That'll wind up as a loss on the play. So now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12. Let's see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. To throw on 3rd down. McMullen. And connecting here with DJ Shark. He'll be very close to a first down. I see the close fist of the referee. And that means 4th down.
There's another example what defensive coaches constantly preach. Not allowing any run after the catch. They gave up a few more yards than they wanted to, but they were able to get him down quickly and force a 4th down.
They'll try and run for it. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th.
I'm laughing because I'm not so sure I would have made this call.
I'm not so sure I would have said, yeah, let's go ahead and get this one, especially at this point of the game. But give him credit. He had a feeling and carried it through.
Yeah, that's one where you think, okay, if you're down, 2 minutes left, the ball's near midfield, you go for it. But at this stage, at that part of the field, but like you said, it worked. A gain of 10, first down, Arizona.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there finding him in stride for really good yardage.
And he's taken down at the 50 after a short gain of 2. This defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up.
Have to give credit for a nice play there, but also have to look at it as a blown assignment. He became a free runner that turned into a free hitter.
On third down, McMullen. Got a man, Slayton. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 24-yard line. A big gain of 28 as the drive continues.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice.
The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it. And the Bears are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7. Now a play fake here on first down. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver. He released that awkwardly. It almost looked like a pitcher who gripped his fastball a little too hard and let it go late, and it bounced in front of the plate.
Yeah, one of those fastballs that ends up at 57 feet, not 60 feet, 6 inches. Just a little short with the arm, which is unusual because we saw him in warm-ups. He's got a big, strong arm when he delivers it with confidence.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
I usually hesitate when I say a guy's got world-class speed, but this guy might. So let's fire the starter's pistol. Let's go. If you've got him, you've got to try and use it. A lot of anticipation with the ball in the air, but no, incomplete.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. They do get 9, but it leads to fourth down.
I think that call was made not so much to try and get the first down, although they would have taken it if they could have gotten it, but to give their punter a little bit of space and try and help out their defense.
Yeah, got the safe completion on third. So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. This is taken at the 23. A big boot that time, 57 yards the official distance. And the Cards will take over, 1st and 10. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Well, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
On second down, they'll run it here. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. Well executed there on second down, so do you go back to the air on third?
Well, that's a possibility, but now you've opened up things to where you showed that you would run the ball in long-distance situation. You might come back again because I doubt they believe you'll do it a second time.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And be close to the first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. They'll give it now on fourth down. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They're riding a 2-game winning streak into this Thursday nighter. How easy is it when you're on a roll to stay on a roll given the quick turnaround?
Well, you would think it'd be pretty easy because everyone's locked in practice and meetings because everyone feels good about themselves. And for coaches, this is where they have to tell themselves, don't add too much. Don't worry about game plans as much as players. So look at your play sheet and think, give it to the guys who play best and don't worry about the rest of it.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Operating from the gun. Rushing. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
This is what defensive coaches ask of their defenders every single ball game. Get a hand on every throw in coverage. They want the deflections. They want the knockaways. Pick it yourself if you can, but at least knock it down and guarantee it's incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things. Get back to what works.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. They'll call it a punt of 44 yards. The return was for 7. And out will come the offense as they take over. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend, but you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
It certainly is, because you get right back out there. You don't have time to dwell on things. And look, your game plan is going to be a little more limited, but so is theirs. So that's when you just appeal to your top players. Guys, you make plays in this one, we out-execute them, we can walk away with a win.
So line of scrimmage still at 39 on 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, they'll run it here. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down, then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going to the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
To throw on 3rd down, McMullen. And that is incomplete. Right down with him to force that to the ground. 4th down now coming up. As he'll send this one away. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They enter play here in this one on a 2-game win streak, plus they come off the open week as well. So this is a team that has a lot of things working in their favor.
Oh, it certainly is, and let's face it, this team is playing so well. The worry now is that after a few extra days off, they'll be sluggish coming into this game. So I've heard that he spent more time in practice working what they call good versus good, starting offense versus starting defense. They want a fast start in this next game.
He'll get this to about the 38. The Bears are 2-4 here in the first half of the year. And they come in with fresh legs. They got the extra time off thanks to an early season open week.
And usually your hope is that your open week comes a little bit later in the year. But when you get a chance to get your fresh legs back, you have to take that time and run with it, and that's what they're trying to get done here.
3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down? Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And that is incomplete. Problems on third down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on third down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to third down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on first and second down.
Taken in at the 11. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Cards are going to have the football with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And, partner, I know so far, we're still in the first half, but you love this game as a defensive guy. 0-0. We'll see if the offense can get going on this drive.
Well, you know how they talk about music to your ears? How about what it does for your eyes when you watch something like this, right? When these teams are locked in and going at it, no points going up on the scoreboard. I'm loving it. You're exactly right.
Well, switch over, though, to an offensive mindset for a moment. What do they need to do? All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Bears are going to take possession of the football. They exited the pocket, trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And, Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders to the ball, and that one was picked off.
On second down, they'll run it here. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Operating from the gun. Rushing. Buying time to his left. Oh, he just needed to throw it away, but instead, out of bounds he goes, and that's a sack. Well behind the sticks here with a 2nd and 18. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. That is caught by Stewart. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover. And they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. It will go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on first down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer...
And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bears post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Off the play fake. McMullen. And Sharp calls it in. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one good for 26 and a first down.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it. And the Bears are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
How about this offense already feeling good about themselves with a touchdown already in their first drive? They've certainly come out firing, even though that one was incomplete.
With the 7-0 lead, more apt to take a shot like that downfield?
Hey, you're one to the good. Go ahead and try and press your advantage.
To throw again. Rushing. Throwing deep for Stewart. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
The offense schemed going 5 wide, trying to create a chance for the big shot, and they took it. If he comes down with that one, that's a huge offensive swing. But credit the defense with a nice play, knocking that one away.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up fourth down.
Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. This is taken at about the 14. So we come upon halftime here at Soldier Field with the Bears out in front. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Their defense has pitched the shutout. Now they probably need to deliver a little breathing room, maybe make it a 2-score game as they've got it 1st and 10. And he'll get this up just shy of the 30.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now. Hotly contested in the third quarter. And he'll earn a couple of tough yards past the 30 to the 31. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Gets around him, and he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 21 yards there on third down.
A great job there, and that old cliche, take it where the defense gives you, comes right into play. Nothing too out of the ordinary about the throw. Just a little dump off over the middle. But what is out of the ordinary is what he did with it after the catch. Not only did he grab the ball, but how about the significant yardage he picked up after he pulled it in.
Excellent job pushing through tacklers that time to pick up 6. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Now a handoff looking right, and he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter. They go play action here on 1st down. Looking right sideline, that's complete. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
On 1st and 10, rushing. He hits Mooney going across the middle. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a 1st down.
that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
Looking to throw. Rushing. Touchdown, Bears! A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bears take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
Taken from about the 12. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They make their 2nd half debut here, and things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other side, so now it's a 2-score game here. Got to be careful.
They certainly do, and I'm just wondering at halftime if those guys just looked into each other's eyes and realized what they've got to get done and come out a little bit more charged up, because if they don't get some kind of points here, that next drive, that could make this a 3-possession game.
And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, McMullen. That ball caught by Slayton, and he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Well, that's one way to convert on 3rd down, picking up 26 yards. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 41. Once again, he finds Slayton, and he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
But look what we have here, a sustained drive, and that was certainly AWOL in the 1st half. They really struggled to try and move the football. But right now, they certainly seem to have the formula working. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17. 44 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
1st downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
I think the defense surprised him there with that blitz on 1st down, but give him credit. Stayed cool under pressure and still found a way through the extra rushers for positive yardage. Well done.
On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Give him 2 yards. That sets him up 1st and goal.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this 3rd quarter. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Back to throw. McMullen. Touchdown, Cardinals. DJ Chark, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Cardinals are finally on the board here in the fourth quarter. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a one-score game here in the fourth.
And that's what these guys have done all game long because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Their lead back down to one score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give them a short yardage situation here for 2nd down. Off play action. Rushing.
He'll get that complete to his tight end, Cole Kmet.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It's a loss of 4 on the 1st down play.
That was well defense right there. He saw the play in front of him and able to hold the point of attack. Then he sheds it and goes and makes a tackle for a loss.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Timing was just a bit off, and that can happen occasionally, even with these fine professionals in the NFL.
But on those out routes, that requires precision, doesn't it?
It absolutely does. Everyone has to be in sync from the time the quarterback hits his back foot and delivers the ball to the receiver turning to find it.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Here comes the Bears punter now. He's been terrific so far. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And they'll let this one go right on the outskirts of the 10. They'll down it at the 11-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense.
And it feels like the momentum has shifted. They scored, and their defense forces that last punt. And now a chance to tie the game on this possession.
And he'll get this to the 22. So they began the play at the 11, and it's a gain of 11. 1st down.
I got the sense that the defense created a little momentum for them there, didn't they?
Did their job, forced the punt. Now, nice start to the drive. Offense has to do their part.
Yeah, they certainly do, but what a great start for them. They got to thank the guys on D.
There he goes, left side. The 30. 10. Touchdown, Cardinals. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good, and we are tied here in the 4th quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
They no longer have the lead after that last touchdown, all tied up in the 4th quarter. And a chance for this offense to mount a potential game-winning drive right here.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Now they try the right side here. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
And he'll be dropped at the 36. It's a good gain of 18 on a play that originated back at the 18.
And partner, in a tie game in the 4th quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, your stars, and he came through with a nice catch right there.
Off the play fake. Rushing. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hilton. And the Cards are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line.
The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
Now a throw complete to his fullback out of the backfield. So the completion good for 7 there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, it's pretty easy to overlook the fullback when you're making your assignments defensively in the pass coverage game, but in this case, they made him pay for that oversight and picks up a nice gain.
On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 132 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's going on.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Looking to throw. McMullen. And he's got his man out of the slot. Complete. It'll be an Arizona 1st down on a gain of 17. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports.
Ready.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
To throw on 2nd down, McMullen. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
That's a nice job right there, partner, because they were able to work down the middle of the field, working in the seams, because I think defensively they were guarding the sidelines, trying to keep them from getting out of bounds. They took what they gave them, and it was successful.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as it comes with 1:04 left to go in the game. From here, it would be a 45-yard field goal attempt, certainly in range, but they'll look for more yardage on 3rd down. Here's a give up the middle. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. That is inches from the upright. It's no good. Wide to the left, and a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the 4th. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. And 22 more yards there and another 1st down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to take the lead here in the final minute. The kick by Carlson is good. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. He hasn't missed a kick all year. Why would he start now?
That's a great question, isn't it? Well, maybe because that was the most nerve-wracking kick he had to attempt all year. But he knocked it through just like it was an easy chip shot.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And the way their last drive ended, boy, it was frustrating. They had a pretty good drive going. It was sustained, and then it stopped. And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. Well, you knew you had to take some chances here with the clock winding down, needing a touchdown to win it, and that one might have just sealed their fate.
Yeah, and that's the nature of the 2-minute drill. The offense trying to go downfield and make their plays. But defenses, they're sitting back watching everything that they do, but not too far back. They want to be in position to make a play on the ball, and that they did.
Well, we all just got a heck of a show, partner.
Our Father who art in heaven, I love when you toss me blessings. You never throw interceptions, I catch them like O.D. Beckham. Halting up the devil when built like Tiana Teller and balling at 27, I feel like Iman Shumpert. Know there's a disconnect when the sheep start to lead the shepherd. The weak start to be aggressive, the streets start to be the reverend. Bragging about first class, seated on 9/11. They spirits are not united, a legion, my soul forever. I murder my adolescence, assault with a friendly weapon. I verbally dissect them to help them get back together. Wanting the stranger things, I handle it like 11. My point is I guard the kids. I should play for the Celtics. Watch how I Euro step them and curry them like I'm stepping. Whenever I'm in your town, the warriors in your presence. I manifest my endeavors. I'm blessed and I'm getting better. I walk amongst living legends. Coach Contra will live forever. New goals, baby boo. Got my wrist in these grits, tryna whip something new. I am sick.